Bonita Lynn Vela has multiple kids. She's a 35-year-old. She was recently smoking marijuana, potentially doing other drugs, and apparently it made her a little bit paranoid. And she worried that the 18-year-old boyfriend of one of her daughters was sexually molesting her 2-year-old son. And she went, well, either a little bit overboard if he wasn't doing it, or perhaps in line with what we'd expect a person to do if he had been doing it. And she assaulted the man. The things she did were quite scary sexually. She allegedly told the victim that she wanted to scar him so that he would have to look at it every time that he had sex in the future. And at one point told him that he would have to choose his life or his penis. And so she threatened to hold him down, to have people hold him down, and she would cut off his penis if he did not allow her to just cut it. Now, in the end, it was deeply cut. He was taken to the hospital. She says that she didn't actually cut him. He tried to knock away the knife, and it cut his penis.
Oh, yeah.
That seems like a weird coincidence after the threat.
I don't think that's going to hold up as a strong defense.
I don't think so.
You were pointing the gun at me and said you were going to shoot me. I tried to knock it away, and the gun went off.
Yeah.
You still shot me.
Yeah, she also said that she would take him out, shoot him in the head, and tie him to a tree so the animals would eat him. And so she was, she was worried about her 2-year-old being sexually molested. That's going to emotionally affect a person. But understand that this guy at one point had to consent, if you believe his story, to having her take a box cutter to his penis instead of being killed.
Yeah,
that's pretty horrific.
In that scenario, you have no choice. Like, you have to choose between your life or her cutting you like that. Mm-hmm. This woman is sick. I mean, look, we don't know whether or not he actually did that or why she thinks that he molested the 2-year-old. But I'm glad that she got arrested, and I hope that, the law comes down hard on her if they do convict her of doing something like that, with, absolutely no evidence that he actually molested a 2-year-old. There's scary people out there.
Yeah. Now, we know that she was smoking marijuana, which obviously has a reputation of making you kind of paranoid. She told the police that she wasn't sure if she had done any other drugs.
By the way,
that implies to me that she did do other drugs.
Does marijuana make you paranoid? Is that right?
No, but it does make you want to cut cocks off.
Yeah, that I've heard, yeah.
That could be relevant in the case, actually. But no, some people I know do become paranoid.
Yeah, it does make you paranoid.
If I blow a bong, I'm like, oh, I just cut this thing.
Now, you had implied earlier that if you had found out that your child had been molested, you think that this is not necessarily outside of the bounds of what a parent should do, possibly.
No. Okay, so let me be absolutely clear.
If he had actually done it.
If he had molested my 2-year-old, would I want to cut his penis off? Yes, I would. Would I actually do it? Absolutely not. I'm not advocating for vigilante justice. What she did was wrong. It's illegal on many levels. So regardless of what he did, she should definitely face prosecution for what she allegedly did. Yeah. But with that said, I mean, of course, if you think that someone is doing something like that, something so horrendous to your child, you're going to want some sort of revenge. But you have to control your actions, go to the authorities, and have them handle it.
Yeah. It's an oddly specific way to attack him, though. And I do think that when it comes to stuff like this, in terms of perpetrating violence, we seem to be an oddly lib group for our network. Like, I know if either JR or Cenk were here, they would be talking at length in detail about the things that they would do to that kid. Like, they would involve bats and pipes and things like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's endless. You want to hurt him so bad. But did I ever do my impression of the pedophile, Jewish pedophile?
No.
Hey, kids. Easy on the candy.
What? I didn't get it. Sorry.
No, pedophiles try to lure kids with the candy, so they get them in the van. Hey, easy. Yeah. Ben got it. He's Jewish.
Yeah. I did recently. I don't believe we covered it, but I recently read about.
Kids, easy on the candy.
I recently read that a mohel performing a circumcision accidentally severed the penis.
Yeah, I read about that.
No! That's pretty horrifying. I've heard about some other horrible stuff that's gone on in that regard to that practice, but that's one of the worst things.
You ever see Christopher Hitchens debate that rabbi guy about circumcision? And
I don't think I have.
Oh, we should Google it or whatever. It's on the YouTubes and.
Great debater. I've seen a lot of his videos.
Oh, it's just the way, because it is sick and it's disgusting. I'm circumcised, myself, so, and I'm not Jewish or whatever, but I thought everyone was. But it is a gross thing that they do. If they still did clitorectomies and stuff, I mean, they're doing that to boys, and there's no medical reason, by the way.
Isn't that a false equivalent, though? I mean, they purposely, when they mutilate female genitalia, they do it specifically so she doesn't feel any pleasure during sex. That's the only reason why they do it.
Right, with boys, at least there's a nonsense tradition to it, and it doesn't, and it has no, it may be barbaric at the moment, but there's no downside after that fact.
Well, some
After
would say
the
that there is a
barbers.
downside. That it does lead to reduced sexual sensation and stuff like that. Yeah.
Argument on the show.
I'm not saying that I have
No,
a
no.
position. I'm just saying that that's what they would say. Like
We're
the
not
devil's
supposed to-
advocate.
No. It's
Yeah.
just that people get really heated about
They do.
this.
Yeah.
Really?
We talked about
This
it
is a big
recently.
deal?
We
about
did,
Israel.
and I immediately got like a billion tweets about I don't care one way or another. Like that's my commentary on circumcision. Do not care.
Okay.
Really?
Just flip a coin. Just
Really?
have that
We
determined.
would have, we definitely would have. If we'd had a boy, I think we would definitely have circumcised him.
Really?
I think so, yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess I could have been talked out of it. I don't know.
I would have
enough.
tried.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right to cut off anything off a baby, especially something off the tip of his penis. Which is why, you take the tip of
When you
a
put it
Jew's...
like that.
You take the tip of a Jew's penis off, and no wonder he's going to be a little tight with the rest of his shit the rest of his life. You know what I mean?